Welcome.
First and goal. Mahomes swings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! Ready, down! Put.
Hello? You play to win the game. I don't want winners. I want people that want to win.
Once again, if you're actually looking for winners, you're in the wrong place. Our teams did not win. Okay, we cannot tell you how to win. All right, that's how it is here. I am Dale. We got Coach Lee in the house. What's up, Coach?
What's the damn deal, gentlemen?
And Metal Watt. What's up, man?
Oh man, listen here, we are here. I'm here tonight. No absentees. We just here tonight. Regular scheduled programming, as Dale said. If you're looking for winners, we are losers here. We have a great play call sheet tonight. And when you do lose, you have to learn how to win games. So the play call sheet in this instance tonight is going to be very crucial for all of us here. So, feel free to like, share,
$dollar here. Talking about him, Redskins. It's so racist.
Shout out to them Redskins, man. Shout out to them Redskins. We still call them the Redskins. I don't think we're too familiar still yet with the commander's name. I always catch myself saying Redskins, which is funny. Yeah. But shout out to them boys. Another win in the division yesterday. So that starts your path for trying to win the division title. So shout out to that roster of guys putting in guys that have been waiting for a QB like that for years to finally come around and for them to prosper. They have some great guys over there. So keep going the way you're going. Watch.
We also watching the Monday Night Football game. It's the Chiefs versus the Bucks. Right now, the Chiefs have the ball, and we just saw Cole Hardman walk off to the locker room after making a catch. So that's what's going on with that game. Still no score in that game. But as you guys saw on the cover art, we do have some news to discuss as part of our team overreactions. And we're going to definitely get to that. We're going to talk about some injuries. We're going to give you our best and worst quarterbacks of the week. And going to get some highlights and some foolishness and, that kind of thing. And, of course, we are going to give you a power rankings, our top 5 for each one of us. So that's the plan here on the play call sheet. We may get into something different, but that's the plan right now.
It's Loserville Monday.
Yeah,
Monday it is, man. Hey, let me shine the room a little bit. We're in November now. And that's where it really gets pivotal in football. And I'm anxious to see what goes on. We call this perhaps the second half of the season. So for some teams it'll be interesting. For teams that are trying to slip into those playoff spots or wild card chases, shout out to them. And the teams that have been poor are probably just going to continue to play poor football and hopefully end themselves in a good position in the draft coming up in April. So
yeah. Well, I mean, look, still got 8 weeks left. It's pretty early to be talking about draft position. A lot of stuff.
No, sir. No, sir.
This is when it starts.
You better stop being in denial. I started my draft stuff 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm saying teams. There are teams out there that will tank, but there are other teams that will not tank. Therefore, you can't cement this draft order right now.
No one's saying cemented, but you definitely can.
Definitely watching.
You can get a range for sure.
I get as fans, you want something to look forward to, and that kind of thing. I get that, but
you also, as a franchise, you pay scouts to already be watching these guys. So
yeah, of course. But
and it's heating up on who you're gonna key in on now because you're starting to know around where you're gonna draft.
Yep.
Around. All you need to know is a range of like 5 picks. If you can tell within 5 picks of where you're probably gonna pick, you can start the hard press.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's all about talent evaluation. So
yes, absolutely.
all you need to do is go evaluate guys. Give me the report. And
okay. Dale, that's a very PC response that you're giving us.
It's true.
If you are a team that's already floating around the top 7 area, you already got an idea of what your team is.
Mm-hmm.
So why at this point in time, yeah, you still want to be competitive for your fan base and things like that, but you know what you are at this point in time. We're about halfway through the season.
Piggybacking on what Coach is saying, you want to know why it's okay to start that line of thinking right now? Because it's that line already drawn in the sand by the league where whole teams are deciding whether they're selling or buying for the year.
Yep.
Which also means you know what you are. So if you're selling, if you're one of the teams selling right now, oh yeah.
You try to get those high draft picks.
Start that draft countdown. That's what's coming.
So right now, you know who has a number 1 overall pick right now?
Who's that?
I believe it's my fellers.
You are correct.
Yeah, we are number 1 in the Travis sweepstakes, which we might not even draft them because we're idiots, but we might think, you know what, we really need a left tackle to block for this kid, when the truth is a rookie left tackle he's still gonna get hit up. So might as well go out and get a generational talent. But I digress.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Overreaction starts in a great peaceful way. Before whichever way it goes. You guys, man.
Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it. The Saints fired Dennis Allen today after freaking losing to the damn Panthers, and in a game in which, honestly speaking, I never really felt like we were going to lose this game. But that's exactly what freaking happened.
and not to toot the horn, but I did say something was probably going to happen if the Saints lost to the Panthers. And it happened. And
we've been saying fire Dennis Allen for how long?
And the firing, it comes at a disappointing time for him, but absolutely great time for the Saints to give him the can. This already gives you one answer of draft development in some sorts, because you're not going to get a coach that's going to drag you over to an 8-1, 6-2, 7-3 situation in the next month and a half. It's not going to happen. So might as well dictate and deal with that. There's a lot of things that didn't go right in that game for them, including 2 drives early where you got field goals. Definitely should have been touchdowns, and that could have kind of divided the game. But you kept
but this is my big point with that is we didn't turn the ball over at all in the game. We held the ball for 34 minutes. They held the ball for 25 minutes. Look at the total yardage, 427 to 246. We dominated the game. How did we lose this game?
Y'all simply lost this game because, and this is the part 2, and it's the part 2 where you got to you went Carr first. Carr was the QB that started the season. All uproar when he got hurt. You went to Rattler. Now you're going back to Carr. In a game where y'all felt like y'all was not going to lose the game, y'all ended up losing. Because, no disrespect, you got to kind of regroup that situation now with Carr back at the helm. regardless of what he's done in his career, what he hasn't done in his career. He's been around. But one thing we can say about everybody that's coming back from his injury, retirement, all that, gotta get your legs up under you. And ultimately, it wasn't his fault that they lost, but the team overall. You know, they went into a game thinking they could probably beat Carolina, slide through.
They're also injured.
And like you said, yeah, injured, and you're on a 6-game losing streak. So you just thought that the streak was going to be broken, you know, by beating the Panthers, and now it's that lucky 7. I didn't even, god damn, 7 straight losses? Damn.
Y'all laugh, it's coming.
Nah, I mean, yeah,
like for real, like hello. We'll
the
get
rest
to
of y'all
Dallas.
schedule is gross. The rest of y'all schedule is
blame
gross.
the Cowboys.
You know,
Blame the Cowboys.
but see, here's the thing. You still been holding out hope. Like I say, my draft analysis started 2 weeks ago. I know what my team was.
Yeah.
My draft analysis started.
You know why I'm really laughing and snicking at the Saints is based on just how much confidence they had week 2. No, not to you, Dale, but the fan base as a whole. Yeah, dancing in the streets, hollering, we hosting the Super Bowl. Hey, it comes at you fast, bruh.
Let me finish here with Dennis Allen firing here.
Yes.
So some of the quotes we got from some players, he says a good guy, but he lost the team and he kept saying the same shit. so he never really motivated the team because he kept saying the same thing all the time. Last season, some of the players felt like accountability wasn't doled out evenly across the team. So this year, Dennis Allen, he went to fix that problem, and he made small changes to reward the veteran players, allowing them to sleep at their house before home games instead of at the hotels. And that went over well with the veterans and stuff like that. But the decision moved on from Dennis Allen was spearheaded by the owner, Gail Benson. And a lot of people were talking about her. They were saying that she wasn't an owner that was going to do things or make the tough decisions or come in there and do things like this. And she did it. So according to different sources, she met with multiple players last week, and she, had emails going on with different players, and just to see what's been going on with the team, how they felt about the head coach. And multiple players told her the program was failing and that changes needed to be made, and it was urgent. And so, yeah, she definitely surprised me because I never thought the Saints would make an in-season move because it really just hadn't happened under this ownership group. So,
hey, we're gonna say this lady was smart, one, for going around and asking people, because she didn't really, like you said, she doesn't make moves like this. But looking at this here, 18 and 25, among active coaches, which he was before this morning, is the worst of all the head coaches active in the league. Yeah. So at some point, she's like in her mind, she can't sleep now. She's losing sleep over this situation and made the decision to ask him, like I said, in season, okay, you can have your way about it, if you're a fan or whatever the case is. But ultimately, it was something that everybody already talked about that needed to change. And change has come the night before the election. They got to vote on who's the next coach. That's the next situation. That's going to be interesting in New Orleans.
So we got to see what that's going to turn into. Honestly speaking, though, it's not going to just change overnight, because whoever you get in there, you're still going to be playing with one hand tied behind your back, because that year projected salary cap was still over, and so we're doing the same thing for a couple of years, and so you still be playing with one hand behind your back, and so you can't. It's really not fair to evaluate the new coach when you got to play with one hand tied behind your back. But That's what somebody's going to have to sign up for, and that's what's going to happen.
I mean,
where's that money? Where is that money?
It's tied up in different players. Like we've got a right tackle is pretty much retired on the hush because he can't officially retire until next year, so that way we can spread out the cap hit on the books.
Shout out to Darren Rizzi, the new intern coach of the Saints.
Yeah.
First off, shout out to him when the guy
Special teams coach
to be a coach for a little bit. Got to salute that throughout the sad situation of Dennis and his family. He'll be back, hopefully coaching somewhere in a not a head coaching facility, but something.
No, he'll go back to being a defensive coordinator, and I think that fits him fine. He's a smart guy. He's not, just like the players say, he's not motivator. So
so it can't just be a right tackle. Like, what other players? Are there any other players who are not playing that money's tied up in?
Got Cam Jordan.
You're not paying. They're both on rookie deals.
No, Cam Jordan is getting a lot of money, and he's playing, but he's retired. But he's playing.
He's the longer too. He deserved this moment in his career.
Yeah.
Not on the Saints, you don't. Like, you just move them. You gotta move players, man.
March 2023, man. The hot NFL story was the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes, Derek Carr / because both of those guys were on the market. Rodgers landed with the Jets. Saleh gets fired 22 games later. Dennis Allen, of the arrival of Carr, he gets fired 26 games later. It's a sad situation in all.
Both of them chose wrong. I wonder, it might have been better if they went the other way. Both of them.
Went to just develop again. I mean, more the Jet side, because the Jets were in a situation where they grabbed somebody who they wanted to develop, and I mean, it didn't work out for them. But then you went old, and a lot of teams we've seen in the last few years go for the guy that, oh snap, his old statistics, may hold us up for a year, and then it ends up in a situation like this. But that was interesting, funny that was mentioned. Shout out to Rich Chimmy on X for that right there. It's that statistic for me in regards to Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr and their coaches. Now.
So you need the smaller dead cap numbers.
Yeah. So there you go.
See, like, Cam you can't get away from him until the year after next.
Right.
He's a 20 like about $24 million cap here next year.
Yeah.
And the GM who did this, is he still working for you?
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Who was that?
It's Mickey Loomis.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
He needs to go.
This is more absolutely. But at this point in the NFL, these
weren't even good extended moves. These weren't even good moves to extend a team that had like a good core or nucleus, and y'all didn't have that.
Run into he's the opposite of Jerry. He's the opposite of Jerry Jones, but at the same time, they have a similarity that they're old. These guys are old as hell, and these guys still have control of these organizations. And as long as they do, it's going to continue to be like this for the Saints, that for that team. Whoever's not being smart enough to like have
what's your bone to pick?
Younger people over, huh? Yes,
Daryl. What's your bone to pick?
Daryl, man. But yeah, man, Saint overreaction. We all know we're all losers here, so we have to get into the next stage of overreaction. I don't think it's an overreaction. I just think it's you're just dealing with the truth sort of situation here. They turned me down my application to be the head coach of the Saints. Shout out to my man Daryl. Daryl, man, you know who they want.
Daryl, they need you to play. They don't need a coach. Not necessarily.
They had trials a couple weeks ago. But yeah, back to the truth is sailing. The truth is here finally after all these years of me being happy, and I am happy, at times. And a lot of times I am, Cowboys football, win or lose. I'll go through nights of, disappointment, but this shit ain't fair right now, but it needs to be done. The way this team's playing and the way this is falling right now, this needs to be done. Yesterday's game was no indication of how I felt the last few weeks. It was just more evidence of why we feel this way. And then the MRIs go on today. Dak and CD. Yeah, that's the type of ideal situation that you say, chop up your season. We got Philadelphia on Sunday. We're gonna run away with that. Another game we will not pick the Cowboys in.
And he's trying to sell some hope in here. We know what we can get up against.
It's that situation. And I'm gonna say one more thing about my boys because I'm not gonna go too crazy because they don't deserve this much chatter from me. They should win and they get a lot chatter. But I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna keep saying it. Shout out to my man Rico Dow, first off. It's a terrible situation for you, man, but hey, it is what it is. Every week you keep improving. And I said when the season started that you should give this guy a chance, but the offensive line, really, we can't really do shit. So I'm not going to blame you for any of this shit going on. We need receivers. We need a back two if you want to go get one in the draft. But ultimately, man, I feel like this season kind of counted, man, when, like I said, man, I'm always going to say, man, they didn't get with Tuco and the fan won it, but it's not about me, the fan. It's about the fans of the Cowboy Nation. And we suck right now. Dak said it on Wax yesterday during live television streaming of the game. Yeah, we suck. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Mock Draft City. I was looking at mock drafts late last night. I had a good sleep, though. You know, it was good for me to look at for a few minutes and not be mad at the situation. And I had a peaceful sleep today. I was happy and ready to get on this show, man, to discuss.
Mock drafts made you happy?
Yeah, mock drafts made me happy. It makes me happy, man, where I feel like a change is needed. I mean, do we need an all-around crazy change? We just need some niches at certain positions or certain head positions, and we'll be okay. We know the main head and Jerry Jones is never going to be gone, but if we can niche everything else, I guess, inside, I guess we can be better next year. So that's something to hope. So
when you saying head, you mean like head coach?
Head coach. I mean, and it's overturned for him. And like I said, you can't always blame. And I always said Mike McCarthy is not 100% guy to blame. He's not the guy you blame first. But ultimately, in this head, man, when you got a guy in Jerry Jones, man, everybody's gonna be gone before you, and that's what it is.
It ain't gonna matter what coach you bring in there. Y'all soft on both sides of the line. That's terrible.
Yep, right there. Especially on the interior of your defensive line. Mm-hmm. Because you went value shopping with trashy Michigan D linemen.
Shit on Mozzie now. I knew it was coming.
Retreads and what you got, Joseph and a couple other guys in there that you traded for late into the offseason. Signed right after this. Dudes that you got off the street, pretty much. So what you expect was going to happen. And you know what the irony is the way that this season is heading, that's probably going to have a top 5 draft pick at the minimum. And one of the top defensive interior linemen happens to be a freaking Michigan Wolverine. We cannot do it. We can't. Can't afford it.
You gotta do it, bro. Coach, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, and you gotta hope that him being an alum with the other will get Mozzie off his ass.
Usually see
him on his shit.
And I hate to say it. I think this is Zach Martin's last year.
He old man.
He looks like an old man out there now.
Okay.
Like an old man out there now. They gave him an extension after he made a little bit of noise last season because he knew himself the end. So he needed to get the last contract push, and they extended him out of courtesy because he is a future Hall of Famer. But yeah, so you got the whole right side because Turnstile is not what he should be. No running back. You only got one wide receiver. We forgot how to use Ferguson. And, you just got a $60 million quarterback. So no matter what they do, anything outside of quarterback, they can go get in the draft. And as it stands right now, they got the number 11 pick going into this week. Saints I got the number 2 pick right now.
Yo, this season is over, and I'm gonna tell you why right now. And it's not even at the point yet, but it's over. I'm gonna petition right now myself to have the Cowboys removed from Thanksgiving this year. Though we know they're gonna play on Thanksgiving for a very long time. But they're gonna play They're gonna play a Giants team that's ultimately gonna shatter this all up for people that still believe. Don't believe no more this season. It is over for us. There's no way that you can come out this situation. And like I mentioned, you can't beat those top teams in the league which you started your season with. Those are the guys and the teams that are ultimately going to be there at the end. And we mentioned if you can't beat these guys, do we want to stay up in January if y'all did make it and watch y'all lose? No. I'm sick and tired of that shit. I didn't buy no Cowboys gear this year, man. And yeah, I'm looking like that. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to have a mustache just like him because that's my next mustache coming up. And yeah, it feels good saying these words. People say, yeah, T, man, you finally living it up to the light. Yes, I am, Jesus. I have seen something. I've seen the light. I've seen the light. Oh, man.
So, update with the Monday Night Football game. We have the Bucks 7, the Kansas City Chiefs 3. And right now it is 10 minutes left in the second quarter. So Chiefs got the ball.
Right on that touchdown for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, good old Rashad White. Man, I always knew I liked that guy.
Rashad White, definitely. Patrick Mahomes right now is 11
in my behind.
Baker Mayfield 7 for 9 right now, 49 yards. DeAndre Hopkins 4 receptions, 30 yards. Maybe he breaks out for a subpar good game tonight. Shout out to him. Tampa Bay, obviously the underdogs in this game. The Chiefs undefeated, trying to make a statement as they do every week. But the Buccaneers are like, we injured, man. We just trying to stay afloat, man. So good game going on.
Yeah, hopefully the Chiefs win because they're the Chiefs. I hate the Bucks, so let's go Chiefs.
I hope y'all spending out a hope that when we got division.
Listen. I'm not gonna root for my teams in my division. Screw them. I hate the Bucks. If we play the Falcons this week, we better beat the Falcons. This is the Super Bowl.
Ain't gonna put y'all out y'all misery.
I'm gonna be real with you right now. Kirk Cousins, a chip over his shoulder, beating the Cowboys Sunday was good for him. His mental, and you've seen him in the past. Just playing the Cowboys, he's had good games, but he just hasn't been able to catch dubs. And he caught that good dub, and he's looking to play against the Saints. Oh, they looking to put them into their misery, man. Shout out to the Falcons, though. Those young Falcons overall in that game yesterday, hitting everybody. These receivers are so happy that Kirk Cousins is part of their team. Everybody's getting hit. Everybody's getting shot.
Put some respect on their name, man. The first place division Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, I ain't being petty. I'm just tooting my own horn because I think I called this in the preseason.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Well, I have one in the division. I had the Falcons too. But
I know we definitely didn't have the Saints, and we definitely didn't have the Panthers.
Oh yeah.
But I think a few of us had the Bucks, and then he had Falcons.
I think I put $3 on the Panthers. Oh man.
And I still say Washington gonna win the division.
Yeah.
So yes, man.
All right, let's continue with our overreaction team reactions.
You projected this on Sunday.
Patriots.
You said about Patriots they was gonna. Did you go for them to win last week?
I picked them to win this game, but I also
said they was gonna lose. You said I'm gonna pick them to win.
Yeah, I said they're probably gonna lose. Yeah, I said they're probably gonna lose. But yeah, I want what we got as Patriots fans. We got exactly what we wanted. We got to see a star shining moment in the young boy's career, and then we lost the game, so we stayed in the Travis run. So everything went exactly as planned as a Patriots fan. So we love it. Yeah, yo, Drake May looks like he's gonna be a baller, man. He juked like 3 people. He was doing all type of stuff in the backfield for that final play. It was clutch. It was fun to watch. I think if he had that play again like 5 more times, he'd probably throw 4 picks. But that play, he scored. I love it. Will they'll put some respect on the Falcons' name? Probably not. He a whole hater. You understand?
Put some respect on whose name?
Falcons.
Screw the Falcons.
The Dirty Bird. You know,
Screw the Falcons.
You remember?
Falcons. Screw the Falcons.
You remember?
My man, we can actually use Drake May in the Dallas Cowboys backfield right now. My man ran for 95 yards on 8 carries.
No, never.
Yeah, Drake May. Drake May has been leading our team in rushing every game he starts, I think. Yeah, maybe one. Yeah. So we suck, but there's light at the end of our tunnel.
Right. There's touches for the receivers. They may not be the best receivers in the world, but
they're actually the worst. Literally the worst.
No. Hold on. Boo didn't even get like more than 2 targets this last game.
Yeah,
he's running all the damn routes, not getting no damn targets at all.
Oh, wait.
Damn, quarterback gonna run the ball.
Oh, yesterday?
Booty.
Yesterday?
Yes.
Hold on. He had 6 targets yesterday. He had 2 receptions for 18 yards.
Oh, so 6 targets and only 2 of them caught. Fun. Anyways,
he got some tick. He got some tick yesterday. Like I said, Drake May's throwing the ball around, and that's a positive for the Patriots. Even if this core is not the guys that you wanted with, ultimately that's a good sign. If there's guys that come in there, that he's gonna be able to give.
Booty just need to keep worrying about keeping his feet in. That's it. That's it. For the rest of the year, just do that. And we'll find you if you're open. May's here now. Line's terrible, so we're gonna get him killed. But in the meantime, it was fun to watch that. It was fun to watch a quarterback make some plays. And it's weird to say because we had Tom Brady all them years, right? But then y'all don't understand, like, that shit happened fast where it was not good behind center. And we had Cam skipping passes to people. And then we had 2 years of the fan base being divided by Mac. Like, yeah, it's and then Jacoby. So we're happy here. We're happy right now. We lost the game. I love it. Travis Hunter still on the radar. Yeah.
Is it Hunter a bust for y'all?
For everyone else, no. I mean, probably not. For me, it will be. But I also don't. I just came to the realization of I don't even know that. Do we know he's going to play receiver in the league? He's going to have to choose a position. They might let him do the dual thing.
Huh? That's where the money is, right?
Right, but that it's not really. He can't choose it based on the money. He got to choose based on what his best position is. If you choose based on the money, you only get the one contract. If you get exposed, you won't get the second one. So you got to choose.
Me personally, I think he'll be a better wide receiver than a cornerback.
Yeah. The breakdowns in every mock draft place have him at corner, though, which I think is funny. Yeah, I thought that was interesting because I feel like whenever we see these big plays, we see him usually at receiver. Except he's ended a few games at corner too. So the kid's nasty. But that's why we want him. So if he's going to play receiver, yes, I want him. If he's not going to play receiver, then I don't even know if I want him. If he's not going to play receiver, I'll trade back and we'll grab Burden at like 6. If we really need a receiver that bad.
God.
Who caught
DeAndre
this?
Hopkins with a mad catch.
Yeah, we told everybody. I don't know why people thought he was washed.
We just
damn.
Hold on. When he called my man, I said, I know his game was coming, man. Hey, D-Hop still got some hops.
Oh, he just kept going. And he caught it between 3 people.
Bro.
Yo, so that play right there, that's schoolyard. He's perfect for this team, honestly. It's almost sad that he hasn't had Mahomes his whole career because he might have been the greatest receiver of all time.
Right, for real. Right up. Dude's a beast.
People forget the first half of his career, he put up numbers with Ryan Mallett and fucking like the worst of the worst. Like, no, Matt Schaub is
Oh no, not Schaub. That was Andre Johnson.
It's Andre Johnson. No, he had worse than Schaub, is what I'm telling you. He had worse than Schaub. He had Mallett, fucking who's the other? There's another tall ass quarterback that he had. Was it
Oh yeah, Osweiler.
Osweiler, Brock Osweiler. That's the other guy. Yeah, that's what he dealt with for the first like 8 years of his career.
Shit's crazy, yo, dude. Right? Yeah, definitely a good signing, man, and definitely and it kind of. I mean, he's been active in games for the most part, but injuries have derailed him the last few years. But at the same time, it's kind of a relaxed period for him. And now you hit this situation going to Kansas City. It's like you're off vacation, but you're still in paradise. You know.
He also quietly put up 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns last year.
Mm-hmm. They crazy, man. Chiefs got the ball at the 3 of the Tampa Bay. But now they got the 1 to 3rd down and goal. Hopefully they can cash one in early, a field goal. For a possession like that.
There it is. They got him the touchdown on DeAndre Hopkins. Nice back in the end zone.
Yep. Back in the end zone.
DeAndre Hopkins with his first touchdown as a Chief. Shout out to
fun, the rest of the league. Have fun. Another Chiefs parade. That kid's playing like that with them.
6 receptions, 66 yards, and a ton. Shout out to DeAndre Hopkins.
Ew, and then they get Rice back next year. Another ring.
So as we end our overreaction segment, we have one coach canned. Will is
I hope we fire him, but
fired. And we know unless if the world does not turn, Mike will be possibly fired in Dallas. So fellas, for sure all these coaches are gonna be fired by season's end, correct?
Not mine. They just signed mine. They're gonna give them 2 years at least. They're gonna, unless somebody comes knocking that they can't say no to, and that they can sell that to the league. I mean, to the fans. Yeah, there's no way you can move on.
That's more what I was saying. When we had talked about that a few shows ago, I'm just like in my mind, I'm like,
yeah, I wanted them gone, but I knew, they can't. They probably can't.
Yeah, it's like kind of like at the end of the day, year 2 is more exceptional. Now we kind of try to go through the regroup system last year. Now we're trying to win some games, maybe, and maybe you can then. But yeah, man, overreaction from all of us, but in all is realistic stuff from all of us. And yeah, bunch of losers here. The light will come.
Yep. All right. Let's talk about some injuries.
Yes.
That we've had this past week. Starting off with the Saints, Chris Olave left the game pretty early on. He got hit and looks like he got another concussion. He's entered the realm of Tua concussions.
How many has he had?
It's the second one this season.
Yeah, it's the second one this year.
Wow.
And so he's had 1 or 2 last year as well. So yeah, he's definitely entered into the Tua discussion of, should you be playing football anymore? And
right.
we saw Mike Thomas kind of go off on Twitter. And this is regarding mostly regarding Derek Carr. And so the pass in question where Olave got injured was a pass across the middle. Sort of like a deep dig, and Carr threw the ball high. And everybody says, hey, this ball got to be lower to protect your receiver. And that's why he got rocked like that. Well, Mike Thomas is saying, they fired all those coaches to cover up these flaws, and he's still doing the same stuff. And this was like immediately after the pass there. Things like dude trying to lie, say I was jealous of Chris Olave being the number 1 receiver when he can't even get him a decent ball. He needs his ass whooped. And he was like, he's scary. He just panics and throws the ball. You're like, get him out of there. So, Mike Thomas definitely got an axe to grind with Derek Carr. I don't remember any of the bad passes he thrown him, but Mike remember for sure. and he feels the kind of way about it.
I'm sure he do. I'm sure he remembers all 3 of the seasons he played with fond memories. Like, I don't want to hear no guy who ain't complaining no more. You ain't playing. Shut up. But also, I've made this case before, and people don't always want to hear it. It does matter who you trot out there. You can get guys killed. You have to be able to play the quarterback position and not get your receivers killed. This isn't the 80s. We're not running, or the 90s. We're not running the you got jacked up real. We know this shit's serious now. So, like, if you're out there putting guys in danger, you can't be out there. And I think
and there was another interesting tweet from Mike Thomas as well. He said last year a play that got him hurt was Derek Carr, what we're talking about in the throwing mechanics of him.
Right.
He mentioned that, and I don't think we got the shot up there, but that's mentioned as well. And I said, whoa. But overall, like Will said, man, he's over here. Obviously, he's mad. You know, he's not a Saint no more. You got tons of money from him. You're still probably getting paid from him. You're probably
shouldn't be upset at all.
Well, you shouldn't be upset at all. But if you're riffing about your team, like the team that you played on, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Because he somewhat knows of the situation over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if receivers felt them or they liked them over there. But, you know, receivers are all divas, and they all, you know, can sit around for 2 minutes. And if their QB is shitty or this and that, you know, even if Olave is getting the most touches, they're going to let it be known. So, yeah, Mike was just feeling himself on a Sunday, man.
It wasn't smart on his part either, because he's probably, if it's any type of team that may think they need some help at wide receiver going into the playoffs or something like that, they're not going to mess with him. He's doing that on social media, and everybody knows who his uncle is, so he's got it in his blood to wreck a team.
Well, yeah, that's what it is.
Keyshawn
Johnson. That's what it is. But honestly speaking, no one's really brought him in for any workouts. I haven't heard anything about him possibly even
I think honestly,
signing with another team. So,
I mean,
yeah,
maybe both ways. Maybe because teams don't want him, or honestly, he's like, fuck this shit. And like
Sean Payton is
the motherfucker
signed just about anybody we drop.
He got dropped.
Yeah, and he didn't even touch him.
Right. Everything happened for him. And we kind of
blacklisted.
Was robbing him anyway for money. So
yep.
You probably blacklisted.
That's true. Okay, another injury, Dak Prescott hamstring, and I'm reading that it's worse than expected. Expected to miss multiple weeks, possibly going on IR here, Coach.
Here we go.
IR real quick, but you know what this reminded me of, man? Dwayne Washington and Above the Rim, when they was playing Birdie and them in the championship, and he faked the injury, you know, thinking that the team was gonna get blown out, man, and he wobbled on to the sidelines, and everybody's like, man, you ain't hurt. You know what I'm saying? And homie came to save him and won. But in this case, there ain't nobody coming to save you, Dak. So in this case, yeah, Dak, you looking alone. Yeah. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, Dak. You got paid. You got that Skrilla, man. So if you wrap it up, nobody's gonna be mad at you for doing it. You're not gonna hit.
Monday Night Football update. We just had a touchdown by the Chiefs.
Another one?
Yeah, so now it's 10-7. So yeah. So yeah, good stuff.
Is that the one DeAndre Hopkins from 20 minutes ago?
Oh, that was Hopkins, huh?
Welcome, Dale.
My bad.
Somebody just adds out to Brian Wilson. Anyone else confused to why Myles Garrett's still in Cleveland? I've been begging my Seahawks front office to save him no luck. This is why he's still in Cleveland. And I said this about a few players on this podcast in the last few weeks. As the season ends, I think these players like the Myles Garrett, his value will be better over time because he's Myles Garrett still. Now, if you go in here, what you see with the draft, I mean, I'm not saying that they're going to go crazy for him at draft time, but at the same time, man, why not save a coin like that, you know, for future references rather than try to give him up at the trade deadline when people are rushing to get these players out of here for some quick compensation? Yeah. Why not? That's why I feel like he's still in Cleveland.
right now, man, trade compensation is nothing. You get nothing right now. So I wouldn't. I'm not big on selling for nothing. I mean, I get people saying, "Oh, you just walk away for nothing for free." Well, I'm like, well, I don't want to make the Chiefs better either. So screw the Chiefs. You know, I'm not trading with y'all for a sixth. You know, and I know I don't care about 6 rounders and all that kind of stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Part of it is this year, if they'd have moved him, he would have been a $56.3 million cap hit.
There you go. There you go.
56 this year, 36 next year, 21 a year after that.
36 is bad. 21, we don't even think about.
Yeah, because at that point in time, he'd be a little longer than 2 then.
Yeah,
They
NFL
probably
contracts
do it in the
are
offseason,
different.
I
Man.
guess.
You can't just move them like NBA contracts. So
You got
they're
CeeDee
different.
Lamb as well with the AC joint injury, not that serious.
Yeah, I thought he came back though.
I mean,
He did.
yeah, it is,
He
but
did.
they're gonna ring it
Okay.
in, man. You have to kind of match that in now. Now you have your quarterback and your receiver hurt, and I mean, obviously he came back to play. Shout out to CD on that. But yeah, AC sprains are a motherfucking bitch, man. But
Well, yeah, for a receiver because you gotta lift your arms.
one of our receiver that got hurt yesterday, damn, and it looked like he was starting to break loose. Drake London of the Atlanta Falcons hurt his hip in the game.
Yeah, hip pointer. But what I've read about that, it said it will not be a long-term injury. So that's positive news for him. It's possible he can play this week. We have to keep a eye out on his practice participation. They don't really need him. They can go ahead and sit him. And,
Maybe now. Hey, they're not gonna need him to beat you. You're right.
Exactly. So sit him.
Maybe they'll just force feed my guy Pitts again because he had himself his career game.
Yeah, he did nothing last week.
Hey yo, it's 3 digs in the NFL, right?
I believe so.
Yes,
I got Quandre.
You want to hear about a card? You want to hear about the threes all? So Diggs is hurt. Trayvon's hurt. I heard that yesterday. He's hurt. Stephen's out for the season, and now yesterday Quandre Diggs hurt his foot.
He's got a Liz Frank injury.
Liz Frank.
The Titan.
That's a nightmare.
Ooh, that's a wrap.
Diggs at the crib.
So it's pretty bad for him.
That's the same thing Tank has.
Yeah. Yeah. We also got Lloyd Cushenberry, the center for the Titans, Achilles injury. So he's going to be done. AJ Brown, the wide receiver with the Eagles, is dealing with a knee injury. But from what I read, it was no structural damage. So maybe he can get back out there. But yeah, that's it for that. And you got any more injured players, Sue?
Another Saint, Cedric Wilson, hurt his shoulder yesterday.
Nobody cares about him.
News, Marte Mapu, his neck. He returned to the game though, but just be cautious of that. Alec Ingold from the Dolphins, his calf. Exited out the loss to Buffalo early. In the other injuries, a lot of Las Vegas Raiders injured yesterday. Colton Miller, offensive tackle, Nate Hobbs, their quarterback, guard, Andrews Pete, Harrison Bryan. No wonder why they got slapped up by the Bengals yesterday. Whole team looked like they went out. And yeah, Will Anderson Jr., the Texans, and Kenyon Green as well. Shoulder and ankle injuries last Thursday in that game, they were hurt as well. So that's all about the injury news I have.
Okay. So I've got some good injury news. Okay, I read Christian McCaffrey is back at practice. So you guys saw him running from the hospital. They ran straight to the facility there and went to practice. And hey, that's good news for the 49ers there, and good news for a lot of fantasy teams who drafted him number 1 overall. So
I got that fool on like 2 or 3 teams.
There you go, Coach. Coming back.
Interesting to see what he does next week because he'll be in uniform, I believe, next week. DK Metcalf, yes, MCL sprain, yes, he has been out the last few weeks. Hopefully, but like I said, when we mentioned that DK was out, they have receivers over there. Shout out to Smith and Jigma, baby, over 180 receiving yards yesterday. Gino gonna be Gino, but it is what it is. Gino making plays. Yards. He's making plays. Smith and Jigma making plays. They have receivers there. They have guys there.
Hey, Gino was gunning for you, man. Yeah, he loaded up some stats, but he played bad.
Me and Gino got a respectable friendship because
I don't know if you do. I don't know. You said very messed up things about him.
It's real. Because I called Gino yesterday after the game and I said, yo, good game, Gino. The same way he has a bad game, I told Gino, yo, you suck. You know what I'm saying?
That's not what he told me. He told me you ain't hit him up in a couple weeks. He said whenever he balls, you don't call him. You'll be nowhere to be found.
You know why? Because Gino been ignoring my calls. Gino been ignoring the calls. That, but now overall, man, great setting for the Seahawks, man. Shout out to Brian on that, man. We know DK was hurt, man, but give us the reminder, man. He is out. Definitely a physical presence for their team, but they have some guys that can fill in that blank until he comes back, man. That's gonna be good to see this man eat. Yo, you know what's crazy about this, real quick? In every game DK Metcalf played prior to the injury, first quarter, you know what they give him for yards in the first quarter? 8.5.
Yeah, because they don't go to him early. They don't.
No, but in terms of that, no. But the crazy thing is, to start the season off, he's killed in the first quarter. But but in every game after that, they were still giving him that 8.5. Like what? And he murdered. So shout out to those DK Metcalf first quarter winners.
Oh, he missed Watson deep. Overthrew a white guy.
Yeah, it's not playing.
Yeah,
it's y'all gonna have a lot of draft equity, man, to get through, man, and get those guys hopefully in the future, man. Because like I said, I like that team.
Right.
But young guys, inconsistencies definitely match. All you can do is get older and get better, and I think that's what the Seahawks will do for sure.
Okay.
Injury report.
Let's talk about the pick'em real quick.
Oh shit, Pickett was bad this week. Pickett was bad. I went from like 9th or 10th to like 13th.
Oh, he fumbled it.
See, at the top here of the league, we got Casey's Clowns, followed by Crime, the Curtain and Boo Bear Wins, and Blood, Sweat, and Beers. Let's see. We can find everybody here.
The Villains, Jake, he's 12, and I'm 13.
There we go. Tied at 58. And then right behind him is me at 57.
And
Will's 15, right? Suck my pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect places for everybody to be at right now, huh?
I'm number 16.
What? You said, hold on. Hold on.
16.
You're not number, no, that's fucking crazy. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is all us.
Yep.
You know what's funny though? It's the same with the college one too. We're all up top.
Yep. So there we go. We got that done. Okay. So it was a fumble, and it looked like Tampa Bay took over.
I said that. You just be ignoring me, Dale. I get it.
I'm always thinking about the next thing in the podcast.
Damn, my man Travis Kelce fumble, dog. That's how you bring that Bird Swift around too much, dog. Stop bringing the game. You fumbling the ball, dog. You've been playing balling, dog. You should have left her ass at home. You brought it to Tampa Bay.
Was it Kelce? Was it Kelce who fumbled or Watson?
Kelce.
It was Kelce. Wow.
Kelce fumbled. Watson been holding the ball down. Shout out to my man Watson, baby.
All that boiled chicken.
Boy, out there. I made some fried chicken yesterday. Taylor Swift come with the game.
He ain't had fried chicken in a little bit. He got to go out and eat in Kansas City, bro.
All right, let's talk about our best and worst quarterbacks of the week. I will get it started off. For my worst quarterback of the week, I'm going to go with Gardner Minshew. 10 of 17, 124 yards. It is Desmond Ridder time in Las Vegas. That's right. Desmond Ridder, formerly of the stupid clowns, the Falcons, right? He's over there in Vegas now, so we'll see what he can do. And my best quarterback of the week is none other than Joe Burrow, 27 to 39, 251, 5, count them, 5 touchdowns on the week. Amazing.
You mentioned the worst QB of the week, Gardner Minshew. I'm not going to mention him because we've kind of already seen the turn. We've already seen the bad performances.
Seen the turd? You say turd?
The turn. I'm sorry. The turn.
Oh, I thought you said turd.
Turd works too.
The
I mean, we're talking about
Raiders.
the worst.
Yeah, he's been shit. You're right.
We talk about the Patriots being the worst team in the league. I believe the Raiders may be not too far behind them. They're looking.
Yeah, they're worse. So they're technically worse because they have nothing to look forward to. We at least have a quarterback that we believe
talked
in
about
right now.
Henry. We talked about Henry earlier. Maybe the tandem goes 1-2. That's a long shot, but hey, that'd be crazy if that happened. Crazy. I don't think it would happen, but that'd be crazy as hell. But the worst QB of the week for me, I'm gonna give him 2 guys. Worst QB of the week. First, Caleb Williams. Terrible last 2 weeks for him after an up climb. The prior last 5 games before that. Got hurt yesterday as well in the Arizona game. Shout out to Arizona on the win, but yeah, Caleb looked crazy. And number 2, I already knew this guy was gonna have a bad game. And I always say this about old QBs, dog, over like 40. You can't play late at night, bro. Joe Flacco, you had no reason to be out there last night, but they needed you because Anthony Richardson has been playing like shit. So they played you last night at 8:30 against the Vikings, and you look tired, bro. And I know next week you're going to shine because you're going to play during the day. But you were bad, man. So Joe Flacco, Caleb Williams, worst QBs yesterday. I'll give a honorable mention to C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love. I would put Dak in there, but he didn't finish the whole game. I wish he would have. It would have been interesting to see where he would have landed. Best QBs for me, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Tua, and this man right here, I want Dale to hear it one time. My man, Justin Herbert. You see what that man did yesterday against the Dog Pound?
Yeah. I think I'm starting him next week on my team.
Let me get you in fantasy yesterday. You talk about points last week, disrespecting my man.
I think I got to start him next week, bro.
Disrespecting my man. There may not be no next week for you. He might give you the shab again.
You're right. That's what's gonna happen to me. Do you know it?
Sam Darnold didn't look good either, Patrick, but I'm kind of on a wave where we kind of know that he's going to go down that wave anyway. But shout out to that defense yesterday for holding him down and getting the win. He could have been on the list, but I don't think he was as bad as the 2 I mentioned, 3, 4 I mentioned. Jordan Love threw some crazy passes that kind of threw the game out of sync for the Packers. So I put him on.
Yep. All right.
Studs of the week, Burrow got busy. I'm gonna shout out my guy, Drake May, man. Drake May had a good game. They didn't win it, but he had a good game. He made some good plays. I don't even care about numbers, but not y'all can have fun with all that. Let's talk about how guys played. That's too good. Too bad. Kyler Murray. Oof. He didn't have the greatest week, but they won. Did they win?
Yes, they won the game yesterday.
The Cardinals won.
And I think they made a trade today too for on defense.
Yeah, they made a trade for the I think.
And Flacco was trash.
Yeah, Flacco, he's old. He was too old last night playing on that nice stage, man.
He looked like he wanted to be back on that couch yesterday.
I mean, look, I was excited about Flacco starting with Pittman on my team. And yeah, that did not work.
Oh, did Pittman get blasted last night?
Pittman?
I don't know. He's
Yeah,
only got
he got hit
one
crazy
pass.
down
or
the
something.
play. Yeah.
Hot take: Pittman is one of the worst X or number one receivers in the league. Like he's good, but it's just
He's good, but he's not
he
that.
should be a number two. He should be a high end number two, not a number one.
Yeah,
Didn't
absolutely.
he pay like a number one this year? Didn't they pay him?
Yeah, they had to,
I
but
believe
not
they
like
did pay him.
I think he got a better deal than. I mean, I think they got a solid deal on it. It wasn't like crazy numbers.
Joe Burrow, third time this season he's thrown 5 touchdowns. Shout out to the man.
It's almost like he's good, really good.
We get to the point at times where he's on, and I think it's more of a team problem in Cincinnati, and it sucks that he's at the head of the helm, because when they lose, the head of the helm gets a lot of the flack, and it sucks that it's him, because he goes out there and he balls and he hoops, and I joke around and I talk shit. I think I talk shit more about the Bengals team than Joe. He stayed up front this year, no injuries and all. It's just you gonna be one of those guys on the list. We know that. This era of guys, he keeps standing, having seasons like this. He's gonna be one of those guys. He can be like in this case, a Dan Marino and a bunch of these other guys that are winning championships. He's the guy that does it potentially, but he's gonna go out there like we just did yesterday, throw 5 touchdowns, 1 game, maybe 2, 3 games. He definitely can do that. So, I mean, he's always going to be in talks, barbershop talks, all talks. He's a hell of a talent, man.
Yep. Okay.
Say some positive shit about him.
I'm
fucking downhill, man. Fucking Cowboys suck, dog. You got me over here talking. He about to throw 5 touchdowns against us 2 in Dallas, dog. He played them this year, too. Oh, my God. Misery for what we did to them a couple years ago. They about to mop us up, too.
Oh yeah, that pick six, the longest play of the year. That was rough. Yeah, you can't throw that in there.
See my quarterback performances for yesterday. My top performances first. I got Herbert, JD, Hurts, Kirk Cousins, and Lamar Jackson on my top 5 quarterback performances. Okay. I like what they're doing with Herbert. Then had that defense is looking like a typical Harbaugh defense, where they just bend but don't break. They're gritty. They make tackles. So he's not gonna have to do a whole lot. Jaden just continues the rolls. Hurts looking good. Yeah, pretty much it. Now my bottom 5 might be a little bit controversial. Bo Nix did not look good at all yesterday. Jordan Love, they need to sit him.
Yeah, he hurt. He compromised out there.
Yeah, he looks bad out there.
Hey,
a groin injury?
Hey, look, compromise don't make you throw picks to linemen.
Will, hold on. I'm gonna throw this out real quick. Malik Willis undefeated as big man QB.
I'm just saying. He's just saying, people. That's all he's doing.
I understand what you're saying, though. Obviously,
don't add him.
We know
don't add to. But I agree.
Yeah, man. Damn.
The third one, I will probably say Kyler. Somebody said earlier, his team won, but he didn't look good yesterday. It is Call of Duty time. And then my last 2, I've had
It's been out for a week.
That's
a problem. That's a problem.
Bryce Young, but it is what it is with him. And Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
He looked shook yesterday. He got what, sacked 6 times, I think.
Yeah. 8 weeks of getting hit to do that to you. It'll take the most confident quarterback we maybe ever seen coming into the league, and now he's ducking. He's ducking and ducking.
He definitely like he's shell shocked out there.
Yeah, he's been at war.
But they better hurry up and get a lineman put around him to take care of your asset, or you're going to ruin another quarterback.
Yeah, First pick needs to be a left tackle.
Gino had 3 picks, 2 in the red zone, 1 that was 103 pick. Okay,
Not good.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but yeah, that's my quarterbacks for yesterday.
Okay.
Seem down, coach. Is this Cowboys related?
You
seem down, coach. Is this Cowboys related?
Nah. I got a big presentation I got to put together for a meeting tomorrow.
Rough.
Oh, there we go.
No, I told y'all last week, when it comes to my beloved Cowboys, I am emotionally uninvested.
I am checked out of this relationship. We are just married. We don't even sleep in the same room anymore.
I still wear my cowboy gear when I'm out and about. You know what I'm saying? I still watch the games, but as far as like, let's go get this. Like yesterday, I was kind of like,
Hold on. Coach, to the point where I'm like, it's so predictable. I'm like, oh my God, they're down 14. They're gonna score a touchdown to go down 7, and people are gonna think that we're gonna have a chance to fucking win the game.
Like you always do.
Crazy.
I think my thought process, I didn't think we were going to win. I didn't pick us to win yesterday. But even on that 4th and 1, bunched up and try to run and the predictable end around with CD. I'm like, and he had the nerve to throw down his tablet. Dude, just going to get it over with. It's just going in all yellows, man.
If I'm Mike McCarthy personally, I'm giving my own pink slip. If we lose that Thanksgiving game,
I said, I'm going to go ahead and just leave. You guys take care.
Why
you can
normally get fired, bro. You want that money.
Why be the butt of an ESPN joke?
For that money. Because you can make 1,000 jokes about me if I'm getting paid $8 million for it.
Exactly. It's guaranteed money. You can't walk away from no guaranteed money. Screw that.
Yeah, buddy.
Nah, you can't.
I'm going to keep showing up till you tell me not to.
Oh, yeah.
And he's done.
Until you pay me not to.
You can always tell when the head coach of any sport knows you're done by how disheveled they looked in the beard area.
Oh, yeah.
And he looked like he hadn't slept in a couple of days.
Yeah, he looked like an old shoe. He looked like an old New Balance shoe. That's what
not New Balance.
Let me tell y'all, and Jordan Love
like an old 520.
You know why Jordan Love is bad this year? You know why he looks bad in a sense?
I don't think was healed from that original injury he had.
No, this dude went from a cool little curly top. He wanted to get some braids. He want to be from him. Dude, chill out, bro. He's over here. Braids bring a different demeanor, I feel. And I'm not saying that you can't have braids, but it brings a certain demeanor. You came into this year, you beat the Cowboys at 18 teams, came in this year, looking right. He wanted to get right. He went to go to the braids. Come on,
who got braids?
He got braids.
Who?
Jordan Love.
Oh, Jordan Love.
My man got the straight bats.
He just like 15 years late is all.
Yeah, man, but nah, man. And all great showing by those Lions yesterday. Again, showing why they are the best in football. Commercials all around Massachusetts in regards to the Lions in the game this Sunday against the Texans. Yeah. This is where we're at now.
Shout out to the receiver Johnston from Chargers. He had himself a game.
Yeah, he showed up.
Finally.
Shout out to Cooper Kupp.
Cup had a game. DeMarcus Robinson, former Florida.
DeMarcus Robinson had a game.
Had some catches. He had a game winning that was nuts.
Also, one hand there, man.
Also, can we talk about the greatest play ever in the history of football, maybe?
Yes, we will. Right after this messages.
This case reminds me of Trump case with the porn star. Same type of similarity, because the thing is what they're flexing is power. And that's what we're seeing here that's different.
How do you view the Stormy and Trump situation? How do you view it? I want to know.
Power, absolute power. That's what I'm saying. Like, Diddy has power.
So you think they both fucked up?
These are New York nickel slick fuckers. You ain't catching them. And they got clout, and they got money. So it's going to be hard to convict them. Because once again, just like, we're seeing power. Just like right now, just when Diddy house got raided. This guy was on a plane, on a private jet. He just so revolt. They ain't much touch him.
if you convict Trump for what he's done, you're gonna have to convict a lot of motherfuckers.
AirPods, convenient and small. AirPods, versatile with high fidelity. AirPods, listen to music or talk on the phone. AirPods, now with concealable subwoofer. Now drop that bass.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
Damn Will try to ruin my show again. I'm telling you that's why I cut his ass off right there, okay?
My foreshadowing, my fault. Who made that AirPods
Right.
commercial?
What?
I've been waiting for one of these. I think it is
What it is in this picture that you've been waiting for, but
I'm holding the fight.
All right. So I want to know what the hell happened here at this game, because it's like the police. This is the
Get on
police.
the business.
They beating the shit out of these dudes, bro. Right? And this dude look old, bro. That dude look old.
We whooping an old man like that?
Oh, you beat the crap out this old dude, bro.
He's a hammer fist. That's crazy.
Yes. Yes.
What is that, San Fran?
With these dudes.
What is that?
I can't tell what game this is.
That's like a college game. It look like they got Georgia.
It look like Gators.
It's a Gators game. That's what
They look like Gators. It's Florida. It got to be a Gators game.
This is Florida. It's Florida versus
Florida.
Oh, yeah, because
Georgia.
look, the other jersey is Georgia. So yeah, that's a Florida. That's this week, the Florida game.
Yeah,
Hammer
that's
fist.
what game this is.
Yo, he's hitting the senior citizen like he's fucking.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I don't know if y'all guys.
Crap out this dude.
I don't know if y'all guys been mumbling and hearing, but I'm hearing there's a new law that they're trying to put out that gives cops more authority to do shit like that. I don't know if I was bugging reading it, but from what I was reading, that kind of sounded of what the hell it was. So for cops to be more of an authority presence. And I just seen that shit, and it gave me a flashback of me reading that shit the other day. Because if that type of shit's going on in the next 5-10 years in this world, a senior citizen getting their ass whooped as a fucking senior citizen, you ready to choke them up and take them out the stadium, but you beating the shit out of them? It's crazy.
Well, hey, look. If I gotta choose, I'd rather them take out old folks than young folks. That's all I'm saying.
We know the reasoning for that. We know the reasoning for it. I understand that.
I'm just saying.
Some dark humor.
I understand it. I understand it verbally. You know,
They've had their time, Dale. I mean, it's just
Hey, first in, first out.
all I'm saying is at that age, if you're putting yourself in that position, good riddance. Like you're not really contributing.
What could he have possibly done?
Don't know.
In the stadium at his seat. Toward a beating like that.
Hey, mind you, he's beating up a Gators fan. I should be rioting, but I'm not. He probably deserved it. He's a Gators fan. I assure you, they're unhinged.
Okay.
Hey, look, and he was a white man. I'm not gonna be mad at this at all. I refuse. I refuse. That wasn't a black man getting beat like that. I refuse to be mad about this.
It's terrible.
Yeah, man, that wasn't the only viral incident that occurred this weekend. I mean, one was that was crazy, but go to this one.
Yes,
it's
the best thing I've ever seen.
We got more for sure.
Fire,
so I've never seen this happen before in my life.
Old juke.
I watched several different highlights. My man jumped over dude backwards.
He planned this.
Barkley jumped over this man backwards.
No one made us ballet, right?
Insane.
He does
whatever
this.
he wants.
Barry Sanders is turning over in his grave.
Yo, he gave him the dead leg spin. That guy got air, by the way, and then this guy got less than air. Yo, it's crazy. Yo, that's
crazy,
you got nothing.
bro.
Yo, that's it. Yo, from his perspective, this was a magic trick. He was going to tackle a person, and then that person ceased to exist in that location.
He said, "My man Derrick Henry can't do this."
Crazy.
He said, "My man Derrick Henry can't do this, though."
Yo, I never seen Barry Sanders do this.
Hey, yo, Chris Angel ain't never made nobody disappear like that. That is what the man is.
Like the closest comp I can come to, man, is like Barry Sanders versus
Brian,
the Patriots.
I know the Patriots where he makes the dude turn 4 times.
Yes. 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 That's the closest comp I can come to, bro.
It basically looked like he tied him in a knot, and then the guy fell at the end of it.
Yes.
It was
I thought y'all was gonna show that clip from Thursday night, Garrett Wilson.
No, Garrett just making retarded catches. Excuse my French, but like just crazy catches. But no, the closest thing that I would see to this is, was it Simpkins or Simmons? Well, I forget what his name was. He was
when he flipped for the Bengals, right?
The front flip for the Bengals. Cleanest front flip I've ever seen. Landed on his feet.
I mean, stuff at the end zone with the flip.
He threw up his hands like this, like he just landed off of a vault in gymnastics. Like he landed a perfect 10. But that's the closest thing. But that's not even. This dude hurdled the man backwards. You understand? You understand that he
seen a weekend
ass first.
A grown man.
Hurdle. This is the Diddy hurdle. Ass first. Like,
a grown
that's
man.
Crazy.
A grown man out to kill you.
We've seen the Selly. That's what it's called. The Selly. Going around College Nation this weekend. Then turn to the NFL yesterday with the likes of Ramon St. Brown hitting the Selly after a touchdown. What type of what? That's a neck injury waiting to happen, man. At least for me at my age. I want to try it though, so I think I might have to try it before the season's up. I want to see if I can do it.
That's the Selly that Drake London did yesterday.
Yep, he did that too. Oh, when he scored on Diggs, right?
Yep.
Murdered him.
Headstands are crazy. Cut that out.
I'm about to do a headstand, dog, for Christmas. See you there. See. Yeah,
all right,
man.
So this is the catch you were talking about.
Yeah,
one hand.
By the way, though, this rule made no damn sense for the record.
Yeah, because somebody caught something like that similar, and it was no.
So what happened was like a week before this, or maybe 2 weeks at best, was the in the back of the end zone, the poke catch.
Yes.
So both toes down, but then his heel touched, and it's like, well, your heel is still part of your foot, so that means you're out because the whole foot has to land. Well, then his shin was in, but the knee was out. Still part of his fucking leg. So what are we doing? Just figure it out, NFL, what a catch is. But great catch by that kid, man. He's definitely one of the premier young receivers in the league.
And the Jets got to win, man. The Jets got to win. Shout out to the Jets.
They suck, but they're fun to watch at least.
Yes, very very shocked that
I mentioned before we got into all that spectacular shit. Shout out to those players for those spectacular plays. There was another viral incident. Once upon a time, there was a great Philadelphia Eagles player, Jason Kelce. And he's retired and he's gone into his new life, as an analyst, slash, whatever he wants to do in life. But I guess he attended the Ohio State Penn State game on Saturday and got into it with the fan. At that point, he spit out a homophobic slur, the same slur for about 3 or 4 times. He, I believe, tonight had to go on air. I mean, yeah, obviously he had to go on air, but I don't think he fucking wanted to apologize. Had to go on air and had to apologize for his actions in regards to that situation on Saturday. Man, you got to learn. You can chug beers and do all that shit. People like that. But one thing you can't do, nobody can do in this world. You don't get a pass for saying shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So in all, Kelce, just chug beers, bro. You better off chugging a beer after the guy argue with you or threw some beer at him or something, man.
Also, yeah, I think the guy said something about his brother or whatever.
Man, listen here. You hear that shit all day. There ain't no reason for you to say what you said, bro. Especially if you ain't like that anyway. You don't say that. I mean, unless that's something that you fluently say, bro. And I mean, he looks like the type of person that be in the bar, in the club, don't give a hell what he's doing when he get drunk. It'll probably come out his mouth, this and that. Yeah, you can apologize the next day, but man, that's just unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who you are. Kelce, Melcy, Chelsea, Super Bowl champion.
Man, listen, he ain't saying a damn thing that anybody else drink. He's a beer drinking center. What did you think came out his mouth when he drunk?
No, I mean, no. What I understand and all that. Yeah, but now you're in the world now you're in the media world now. Like, you a football player, maybe that shit will ride a little bit. But the fact that you're in a new career, you gotta just learn certain shit. And you gotta tame yourself, man. To keep
Not 10 minutes ago, I uttered one of the banned words and nobody melted down. Everyone lived. We'll be okay.
I mean, no. But this is what I'm talking about. Us, we're regulars. People, a lot of people don't watch us anyway like that. We're trying to game viewers. He has that. You don't want to lose that. You don't want
a lawsuit around the corner.
But here's the thing too, that I will say. He has freedom because all of this stuff you see with now the endorsements, yeah, that could be taken away. But all the stuff you see with the show that he does and everything, none of that really matters to him because he's already caking and he's always going to cake off of that podcast. And the podcast, he can say whatever he wants.
No,
he's his own boss there.
No, I understand it.
And I know what you mean because he's basically he works for Disney now. That's basically what you're saying. He works for Disney, 100%. Yeah. He's gonna have to apologize when he says shit like that. But at the end of the day, man, he gets away with a lot of stuff. Same way with McAfee. McAfee gets away with murder right now because the way he set it up for himself. It's a podcast.
Shit, it looked like a lot of motherfuckers about to start getting away with murder. So if tomorrow don't go the way some people want it to go.
Yeah.
That right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another highlight was Devontae Smith, one hand.
Yeah, I was
for a touchdown there. That was nice.
Also, didn't get the knee down, but did he get both feet? Left foot. Down. Yeah, there's the right foot. There we go. Okay. I told you. Well, I make stuff up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Dale.
So, look, man, I just go find the stuff. All right, I don't actually watch it first. How you think this
is? He said, "God forbid I do the thing." Like, nah, I get it. I find links, I copy, I paste, I move out.
That's right. Sorry, I got stuff to do, Will. Okay. All right, let's get to our power rankings. I will start off here with my team power rankings. I will start off with number 5, Pittsburgh Steelers. Gross. Number 4, Washington Commanders. 3, Buffalo Bills. 2, Detroit Lions. And 1, Kansas City Chiefs.
I didn't hear the Ravens in there. You have Pittsburgh over the Ravens?
Yes.
That's fascinating.
I do. Would you like to go next?
I'll wait. It's funner that way.
I gotta give picks. I don't want to give no picks, but I'll give my picks right now. From 5 to 1. First one I will give the Commanders the 5 spot. I was gonna give Pittsburgh that spot, but I'll take the Commanders here. Number 4, I will give it to the Baltimore Ravens. Shout out to that guy, Lamar. Number 3, they just staying afloat, man. That's all they got to do. Great win yesterday, man, against the Dolphins, even though you had to, sneak it. Buffalo Bills at 3. Number 2, they're playing tonight, Monday Night Football. I don't think there's much they can do to change their position here, but the Kansas City Chiefs are 2. And last week I mentioned it, the Detroit Lions at number 1. And still number 1.
Okay. I got at number 5, Baltimore. At number 4, Washington. At number 3, Buffalo. At number 2, the Chiefs. Yeah, number 2, the Chiefs. Detroit, number 1. Even though they haven't lost, I do think the addition of DeAndre makes them as every bit as scared of them as everyone should be. But for now, Detroit is just blowing teams the fuck up. So
yes, sir. And coach, man, before you get your picks in, man, did you fucking hear what the Lions did mid-game yesterday? Darius Smith supposed to finalize by the end of the trade deadline. I'm going to Detroit. That was that occurred mid-game of the Browns game yesterday.
Oh wow.
Oh wait, so Darius Smith got moved?
I believe so. I don't. As of yesterday,
it couldn't have been official though. It couldn't have been official as of noon because I was watching McAfee and Schefter.
It was through the airwaves. It went through the airwaves yesterday during their game. So I don't. Like I said, it may be finalized. It may be something that's finalized tonight, maybe, and it's news tomorrow because the trade deadline is the 5th. But I'm hearing signs that Detroit has bolstered their defensive line.
That's scary. If they got Darius Smith, like, don't get me wrong, he's not Hutch, but he'll give plenty of production that'll replace for now. That's
so the Lions trying to keep that number 1 spot. And hey, we're gonna give respect to the Chiefs until you can't give it to them no more. And even if they lose this year, we still gonna respect them because we know they're gonna come back next year and come back for gold. That's just the type of standard they hold, type of team they representing nowadays, man. So, Coach, floor is yours.
Yes, sir. That's good. It's good looking out there, man. So for me, number 5, I've got the Baltimore Ravens. I think offensively they might be one of the most complete teams. Got the RPO. Lamar's, he's starting to find his targets again. Zay went off for him yesterday. The week before was on the Edwards. So he's finding his people. Number 4, got to go with the Washington Commanders. Philly has a little bit of an inside track, but I like what Washington's doing. It's a typical Dan Quinn defense, simplified. They know what they do well. Offensively, they're hitting on all cylinders. Number 3, Buffalo Bills. They squeaked out of there yesterday, but those, you know what I'm saying, you got to win the ugly games as well. So it always have to be the blowout game, win the games that you're supposed to win. And they were supposed to win that game yesterday. Number 2, even though they're undefeated, got the Kansas City Chiefs. They're being aggressive. They said they brought in D-Hop. They said that they're looking for a cornerback as well, so they may not be done by tomorrow. But number 1, the Detroit Lions. Ben Johnson is the hot commodity right now. He's going to be able to pick any team he wants to go to next year that has an opening. And the rumor is that he's very fond of the Chicago Bears job.
Quite the quarterback to get to work with him.
My man trying to work in conference, man. Shit. Ooh, that'd be crazy.
That's slimy.
I got one more ranking, man. It's the super duper ranking. At 23, the Dallas Cowboys. Exactly where we are right now. We almost to the echelon of, like Coach said earlier, top 5.
So we're gonna settle down there, man. So we're gonna be picking early in the draft. Because you say 23 too?
Yep.
Huh. I think the Dolphins are better than the Cowboys. I think Jacksonville will beat Dallas head to head. I think the Giants are going to come here and beat them on Thanksgiving. Tennessee might give us a run for our money. Shout out to Tony Pollard, by the way.
Tony Pollard.
He leads the league in yards after contact.
He's playing with the Titans. Make it make sense.
Yep.
Make fucking sense. Mason Rudolph out here putting in more work than Dak Prescott.
You see, this is why Jerry, he shouldn't have. He's never mind. That's another day. We'll talk about this shit Wednesday, man.
How we feel about the new what? I don't even know. New C. If you can help us out and finish that sentence, that'd be dope. The new 13-team playoff. Oh, in terms of
12-team playoff.
What, college football? 12-team?
12-team playoff college football.
I love it.
We can have 64 teams.
Hey, guess what?
Y'all want to laugh right quick?
Tonight, baby.
What is this video? What is this?
Yeah, so this weekend we've got LSU versus Alabama. So this is Bama Hate Week.
Man, I'm about to beat y'all asses.
Okay, my damn computer acting stupid right now. Sorry.
Hey, y'all want to laugh right quick?
Sure.
Watch Coach's face when he realizes what's going on.
Oh shit! God damn.
Hey, y'all finna get inundated with these drafts early and often.
I'm just saying this. If this was the scenario, we would be doing the draft show and Coach would be losing his fucking mind. You understand?
I'll flip all this shit over in my office.
The defensive lineman that they probably need, but he's from Michigan. The running back that they probably want, but he's from Boise. And then a wide receiver from his hometown. And another one, a tackle from Texas. Yeah, that would be a nightmare situation for my guy, bro. I hope that doesn't happen to you.
Seeing how this went this year, you bet this is an easy fucking pick. Shit. Terrible, man. This is fucking terrible.
Who would you taking that pick to?
Who am I taking with that pick?
Yeah.
If the running back's still there, I'm taking the running back. Fuck Rico down. That's my guy, but
yeah, you take him at 11.
Taking him at 11. Or I'm taking one of those receivers that ain't on the board. You know my slogan: we fucking receiver or a running back. But I'll live with Rico. I'll live with Rico because Rico needs to prove to us either he's it or he's not it. Simple. Give him an opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then we know our answer. But
you either gotta take Bond or Banks, one of the Texas guys. Take Bond or Banks.
But you take Banks, then it probably means that you're moving away from Terrence Steele.
You can't move him over. You can't go to right.
Nah. Damn. He ain't been the same since I think he came back too early too from his knee injury.
My man Dale said I gotta look at the mock drafts now. And that's when he's going over here.
Hey.
He believes that his safety will make a wild card spot appearance. And he's
Coach,
not
who would you have taken?
At 11?
Yeah.
At 11, my first choice, I'll take the running back. Just because that's probably the pick I would take of a running back at between 12 and 11. If I think he's a 3-down type of running back. Secondly, I'll take the tackle from Texas.
So not Isaiah Bond. The thing about Isaiah Bond is if you don't have the running game and you don't have the line, it's not going to matter what he can do.
I think, and at 11, you're taking a wide receiver number 2 at 11.
You think he's wide receiver number 2 there?
Yeah, Steve's still there.
No. Okay, I thought you meant at. I'm like, he's not. He's 1 at Texas, but no, you mean at right? Yeah, but also kind of a succession plan.
Yeah, somebody gonna have to go. It's gonna either be Sadie or Dak who's not gonna finish that contract. But that's another day for me.
I think honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's gonna be both of them motherfuckers. It's gonna be both of them motherfuckers that don't play that contract.
All right, so I'm gonna pick Jonty and see how this plays out.
Yeah, listen here. This is crazy. It's terrible.
Yo, that's nuts. You want to know who lasted to the first pick of the second round?
Who?
Shador.
Really?
Yeah, they had him ranked 21, so I guess he wasn't high enough on the list, but that's still 32 different teams picked, and Shador was still on the board, and I could pick him as a Patriot. I won't, but
it's why they messed up. Once they signed Dak, you stuck with them. I'd have let them ride it out, to be honest.
We got updated.
I'm saying the timing makes sense because if you didn't do it before the season when you can make moves, it didn't make sense to rush and do it during the season. Like that's what didn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Them rushing right before the kickoff of the first game.
Right.
I'm like, you cost yourself money. And to me, as from outside looking in, it makes it seem like no to the rumor question, are we sure he's the guy? You still have some doubts and reservations about it. Now you got to eat that. Whereas you could have just went ahead, bit the bullet. Did you need to do?
Training camp's gonna be training camp. These people make all this stupid ass money, so they're gonna dictate what they want to do, what they don't want to do, and that's more what the world is nowadays, man. Once upon a time, there were less lockouts. I mean, people holding out and less people holding out and all this and that. This world is too big now and all this and that. You're gonna have certain players, different players doing this, not coming into the season in shape. It doesn't really matter what the NFL does in terms of readjusting the schedule or any of that. I just think this is the world we live in.
The first month of the season is your actual preseason, where everybody gets into shape and get into playing shape or whatever, and get used to pads and all that kind of crap. So that's not going to change until the next CBA is signed. And then it's probably going to be less practice because that seems to be what the CBA, what the Players Association is gunning for. And a certain bit of it makes sense, right? So NBA, like there is no long off-season training camps and all that stuff. Like they show up for training camp and they get the season started and they roll with it. That's it. Nobody's showing up in April and all this other kind of stuff for
why though?
OTA.
You know why the aspect of that shit? You know why though? Because you see in the NBA where, unlike any other sports, people go on and play you can play pickup hockey. You don't hear people talk about I'm going to play pickup football.
You can't.
No, but in all, like basketball, like you said, it's just rolling because a lot of these guys after the season, they're still going to play pickups in the basketball leagues and all that stuff. There's not physically. I don't think the NFL will ever do that because, like you said, this sport's too physical. But then you look at the downside of it. Now you want to decrease practices. You want to decrease and all that. Now those reps of just feeling the pads and shoulders go away. Then, sad to say, you get people with 90 concussions like a Tua or Chris Olave. Or you're almost fucking dead on the field like DeMar Hamlin. Glad he's not. Pinning that work this year for the Bills. Like, it's a double-edged sword because you want to safeten the game. You want to make rules so that players feel safe. They're cool, and that money can be secure some way. But where we grow from where practice every day, you had to practice every day. You were lucky enough to have the weekends off. If you sucked, you had weekend practices because you need to get your game up. So it's a lot of stuff, man, that goes that you want, but then you're like, it takes away from something.
$17.10. This is an update on the score.
Yes, $17.10.
6 minutes left in the third quarter. So
giving a reason for the Lions fans to be number one. Lions fans are probably celebrating right now. Oh man, dog, it's crazy, man. NFL Week 9, man. What?
Okay. So I guess we could wrap this thing up, man, unless you guys got something else.
Man, listen here. Right now, like I got one more thing before I go off here tonight. I was looking at the NFL playoff picture. Like I said, we're halfway through, so I'm gonna start looking at this shit here. Bottom four in East Conference: Browns, Jaguars, Raiders, and Patriots. In the AFC. In the NFC, the bottom four right now: Giants, Saints, Panthers, Cowboys. Right now, those are the bottom four teams.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we
To
go.
the bottom of this bitch.
Yes. On the bubble teams in the NFC: Buccaneers, Bears, 49ers, Rams, Seahawks. And then you have on the AFC side your little bubble teams, Colts, Bengals, as usual. They're always in the bubble trying to pop it and go in. Jets, Titans, and the Dolphins lean that line. So there you go. Those are the bubble teams, and then you got your number 1 Chiefs, 2 Bills, 3 Steelers, 4 Texans, 5 Ravens, 6 Chargers, 7 Broncos. If the season ended today, NFC, if the season ended today, you have the Lions at the 1 spot, Commanders with the 2 spot, Atlanta with the 3 spot, Cardinals with the 4 spot, Vikings, Eagles, Packers. Yes, everybody, it's time to somewhat look at the playoff store if you can.
Playoffs?
Playoffs?
You don't talk about playoffs. Are you kidding me?
I'm just trying to win a game.
Jake,
I don't win a game.
Jake, you got 2 teams. One's mediocre right now, and one is growing. We won't say the Patriots, they growing. See, I give the Patriots respect. They're growing. Last year, they sucked. This year, I can respect them because they're growing.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Trying to win a game.
Yeah, Patrick. When we have Patrick in here smiling and pom-pomming up, you know this season's bad. No disrespect to the community, but we know this is a happy season and learning experience.
Let him celebrate. It's been about 10 years from
No, I'm not. I will not let him celebrate this until it's over, until the season's over, and I know for sure the Commanders got the division wrapped up, title, or playoff spot for that matter. I think they are gonna get one of those, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now. Hell no.
I just did the most Belichick thing ever. That's dope.
I stand corrected. They won it back in 2020.
So I'm doing the mock, and I traded out of that first pick, traded back to 4, and still got Travis Hunter.
That engine is clearly flawed. So
yeah. The first 3 picks, the Panthers took Will Johnson, the quarterback from Michigan. The Jaguars took Luther Burden from Missouri. I buy it, but then the Raiders took McMillan from Arizona. Big. When Travis Hunter is totally their type of guy, he would have never made it past the Raiders. He wouldn't have made it past the Jaguars, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right,
Will, you got any final thoughts?
Cowboys suck,
good.
and
We covered it.
yeah. Until next week, fellas, we gonna keep sucking. So tune in next week for the same.
Hey, yo, no Diddy.
Diddy buck for them. But shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, man. It's always a pleasure. Like, share, subscribe. STWF TV. We are the network. We will remain the network. So yeah, tune in, man. Appreciate everybody tonight.
Who just slid back in?
Damn.
Yeah, my computer's going insane.
Sonics. I would love the name coming back. I don't think it'll come back to Seattle, but I would love the name coming back for sure.
I think it'll be Seattle and Vegas.
What are we talking about?
Get the next 2 teams.
Basketball.
Oh,
Had a question from one of the viewers.
okay.
But shout out to you fellas. A lot of fun tonight. Also, shout out to P. Dollar, Bobby, Daryl, Brian, and Sneaky Jake. If I've got anybody, as always, our apologies.
My man had every reason to come in here. Ohio State snuck a win this week. His second team, Cincinnati, played the Raiders. He had every chance to come in tonight. He just wanted to be in the comment thread. Shout out to Jake for being one of our valued viewers of the show. And hopefully we get to see you this week in action, Jake. But hope everything's well. Hope your kids had a great Halloween trick-or-treating. Hope they mail me some candy. And yeah.
All right. Cool.
Appreciate you, Brian, man. We are great engagers, man. And thanks for engaging with us. We know we're headaches, but we're good headaches, and we come with good humor.
Appreciate it, guys. Come through. Keep coming. Tell your friend. Tell your friend to tell
And
us.
also, tomorrow, we got the chop up. Also, tomorrow is election night. Tune in. You never know.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm wearing red tomorrow, so that should give you an indication of where I'm riding at.
There we go. Coming to red and blue tomorrow.
Crimson Bloods.
We're gonna be having a good time.
They act like it. I think they're more civilized than them politicians do.
One city already. I've already seen that one city. I forgot what it was. I'm gonna try to get down the information. But one city is already gauging stuff up, caging and blocking stuff up. You know, like because shit.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna be upset.
Yes. One time we'll be upset. That's for sure. That's for sure. So, okay. Well, how do we want to take this thing out?
I'm voting blue, Brian, but I'm wearing red.
Saints still suck.
And everybody else seems suck too.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.